All right, so I've been using Databox for years, and it is my favorite tool when it comes to reporting. Now, of course, there are alternatives out there. You probably Google searched them. There's also Google and Looker Studio, which, yes, it's free. However, if you want to connect up multiple data sources and things like Stripe or QuickBooks or Ads Manager, etc., you've got to buy add-ons. And add-ons are basically nickel and dime. And so we use Databox because it includes all the connectors in one place. But recently they introduced a new feature called Genie, and I'm going to go ahead and start using it for one of our clients here. So there's some prompts here, obviously, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do this one. Build me an executive summary board with revenue, churn, and MRR. So it's going to look through the data boards that we have set up. I'll go ahead and pull them up over here. We have a handful, as you can see, high-level stats, things such as revenue, cash collected, gross profit, revenue goal, and then different ad spends from different platforms, Facebook or Meta, Google, LinkedIn, and the business funnel too. So we've been using Databox with this client for, man, I would say 3 years, 3 or 4 years. So we have a ton of historical data that we could go back and look through. Just for the sake of this video, I'm not going to do that, and for his privacy as well. But we can also set up things such as business stats, such as MER, blended ROAS, sales calls, webinar registrations, new leads, and these are all piped in through Zapier from High Level. Go High Level is the CRM platform he uses. All right, so it's still working over here, and I'll keep talking through this on our side. One of the things that we do as an agency is we compile reports for the client. So we compile bi-weekly, every other week reports, and we always write out a data story. So we talk about a narrative around the data rather than, hey, you got 40,000 impressions, right? The client doesn't understand that. Frankly, they don't care. They care about what they spent and what they made, and how many leads they generated and sales generated too, but what they spent and what they made. So with Genie, all right, so it built an executive summary board. And from here, I can go in and tweak it like I typically do with Databox. Can quickly go to edit, and I can edit anything here. Gross volume, I can show total number above, churned MRR, total number above. So let's see. Yeah, and then I can customize anything here. Now I can go back to Genie and I can say, what's my month over month growth in new leads? And I can then, if need be, right, I'm the human using this as a tool. It's not going to be 100% perfect each time. I see several lead related metrics. This is exactly what I wanted it to ask me. I see several lead related metrics because we pipe in lead data through multiple sources, and we use a custom calculation to sum everything together. All right, so we've got it automatically pulled stuff for real estate leads from a Facebook ads campaign. That's helpful, and I can then go in and say, hey, actually, you know what? Let's go into, and I'm going to pull the exact metrics name. And it's going to be, should be leads. Yeah. The metric is Zapier. So let's see what it can do here. Again, I'm not going to assume it'll be perfect out of the box, but this will cut down our time for data analysis and creating data stories significantly. All right, found it. Let me load the monthly data and let's see what it does. Look at that. Yep. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So looking good. Great. Now let's compare the month over month lead data with the total ad spend. And I'm also going to go and pull the actual metric name, custom metrics, and it's, I only have one of these, but it's total ad spend. Yeah, I got the name right. So a custom calculated metric. All right, so it'll go through. It should be smart enough to understand that and compare, contrast. But again, going back over to Databox, I'll show you some of the connectors we have at our disposal. Not that. So, whoops, there we go. So we have a ton of available integrations. Do here. Everything from HubSpot to Instagram, Google Search Console, X, YouTube, MailChimp, ActiveCampaign, Snapchat, AdMob, Drift, SharpSpring, StackAdapt, Marketo, Vimeo, Trello, all the O's, high level as well. And then some custom integrations, of course, with Zapier or Make. You can really connect up any platform to this. Okay, so I'm not going to go through it in more detail than this because I think you get the idea. From here, you can ask it anything. You can manipulate data. You can create data stories, data narratives. So this is going to save us significant time when it comes to reporting, and I'm very happy for the AI features that Databox has baked in.